not about control.
Stand down. It's a relationship. Based on respect. These animals are thinking, I gotta eat. I'm gonna hunt. You gotta be able to relate to at least one of those things.
So, jumping into the wardrobe question, I have to, for a second.
Yes.
The heels phenomenon. Were you surprised by it?
Totally surprised. But, I mean, I had so many different feelings about it. My most superficial feelings were that, it was really hard running in heels all the time. I'm like, people are acknowledging it.
That's right.
It stood out to them, because it stood out to me too. It was crazy. Now, in terms of the controversy of it, that is something I didn't expect at all, because I sort of, just from a perspective, I was like, of course it's illogical for her to be in heels in the jungle. She never intended to go in the jungle. And if she was in flats, that would be a cheat, that would be something where it's like, oh, she managed to get her hands on some flats. Like, no, Claire never thought that she was gonna end up traipsing through the jungle, let alone, outrunning a T-Rex.
Right.
So it was, so that kind of side of things, I was like, what, I couldn't quite, of course she wouldn't have sensible footwear on. She worked in an office, and she that's how she dressed. She's the woman who could probably run a marathon in heels and would prefer it. So yeah, that side of things, I had a difficult time kind of like wrapping my mind around it. But here's what I will say is that the way that Colin told me that the sequel was happening, like when it got greenlit, and that I was going to be in it, he texted me #NoHeels2018, and I was like, yeah, boy.
You think you're gonna work in an in-joke or something?
I know. I was like, the first shot of the movie needs to be like clonk, like something like really just capable, really just like something with great arch support and rubber heels or rubber soles, and something that she needs to be ready to run potentially.